Hello there. How you keeping? Hope you're keeping yourselves well and hope you're keeping yourselves safe. I need to stop asking those questions soon. Hopefully when this whole corona thing is over, hopefully I'll just be asking, how are you? Well, on this video or in this video rather, I want to talk about what you need to do or how to have a successful first long run. Before I get into the nitty-gritty of your first long run, let me ask that you please do subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit on the notification bell as well so you get notified when I put out a new video. Okay, so you're going for your first long run, or you decided to go for your first long run and you want to make a success of it. What are the things that you need to put in place? Before I go into that, let's talk about long run. What's a long run anyway? Ideally, you classify a long run as anything from 5 miles to maybe a marathon distance. So 8k, 5 miles, 8k to a marathon distance will be deemed as a long run. So for you, it might be your first 5-mile run. You want to make a success of it, you want to enjoy it, you want to get the best out of it. What do you need to put in place? Maybe for you, it's your first 10k run, maybe it's your first 10-mile run, maybe it's your first half marathon. That's your long run. Maybe it's your first marathon. What do you need to do to make sure that you enjoy it, you get the best out of it, and you come back happy? I'm glad that you did it. Let's look at a few things that need to be put in place. The first thing that you need to do is make sure that you fuel yourself. Make sure that you have enough energy within you. Now, ideally, what a lot of people will recommend is having enough to eat the night before, especially if you're going on a very long drilling run. Have enough energy within you, good carbs the night before for the energy. There's a point in that run where you probably will lack energy, so you need energy to kick in, and that will come from the energy that you've stored already. So make sure you have enough energy within you. It's quite crucial that you do that. That's number one. Number two, plan to have fun. No matter how long your run might be, it might be a 5-mile run, it might be half marathon, a full marathon, or ultra marathon. If you have that much endurance, make sure you plan in your head to have fun. There's no point going for a run where you're already so petrified that the fun aspect is gone. You simply want to enjoy it. Whatever you do not enjoy, you never get the best from. So make sure you plan psychologically. I'm going to enjoy myself. So that's number two. Number three, and this is part of planning to have fun. Plan your routes. If it's not a run that the route has been planned for you, and plan your routes. So make sure that you know exactly where you're going. It's not too hilly, it's not too muddy. You could plan the day as well, so make sure the weather is at least to a degree okay. You're going to do many more long runs but for your first one, you want to make it the best. You want to enjoy it so that you continue to do those long runs. You don't get put off by your first long run. So plan your routes. Make sure you plan your routes in advance. If you're not too sure, there's so many maps you could use, or ask people who live in your locality on the area where you want to have your first run, and they'll point you in the right direction. So plan your route. It's quite important that you do that. Number 4, for me this is quite important. Create a pumping playlist. A playlist that a song will kick in when you're really tired, just to energize you. I like to listen to music when I run. A lot of people don't, but if you're the type that listens to music, and I will encourage that when you're going for a long run, you want to ensure that your playlist is pumping. There's no point you're tired, you're getting sluggish, and the next song that comes in says, "You are always on my mind." Slow you down. I rather a song comes up that goes like pumping harder, pumping harder. So make sure your playlist has songs that will motivate you, get you going a bit longer. If you listen to podcasts that are motivational, that will give you the oomph to keep on going. That's number 4. Number 5, run with someone. If you can, run with someone. if you're going on a so-called, if you're going on what is a solo run, is a run that you're just going alone or you plan to go alone, if you can find someone to go with, someone that will speak to you, someone that will encourage you, even better. You know, it's always nice to have someone by your side. And what I would also recommend highly, there's so many races around that you could put yourself on. They could cost a few quid, but they're worth it, because you go there are hundreds of people that you run together, people that you do not know, but you'll be amazed, they would encourage you. You see somebody in front of you, you're thinking, I could catch this person up, and things like that just keep you going. So make sure that if you can run with somebody or a group of people, it will give you the energy or the impetus to go a bit further and enjoy your first long run. Number 6, always remember, especially for your long run, that it's distance, not time. It's distance, not time. So you want to make sure that you do your distance, whatever distance you've set out to do, you complete that distance in good time, obviously, but don't focus too much on time. You could do times later. You could focus on your times once you do your first, maybe second long run. Then you could start to focus on time, having better times, improving your time. But for your first run, and I would say second and third run actually, don't worry about your time. Just go for your run and enjoy it. It's about distance. Focus on your distance, completing whatever distance you set for yourself, and not the time. That is very important. And finally, when you're done, make sure that you stretch as much as you can, and you're ready for your next long run. So those are 7 quick tips that I'm sure will definitely help you when you do your first long run. All the best in that. If you're going for your first long run, I'm sure you're going to smash it, you're going to enjoy it, and make sure that you continue to keep yourself safe. And I'll definitely I'm not your running teacher, I just try. But I'll definitely see you soon. Take care of yourself.